I can't remember, but some of them I was like, are you fucking kidding me? That you are now saying you've never complained to me? Like,
So I saw your Fresca post. It was so much fun. So obviously you know how to throw a great party. So what are some of your tips for hosting a great holiday party this season and beyond?
You have to get the lighting right. You have to get the music right. I think any kind of festive lights in abundance will make it feel super warm and fun. And those can be little, strings of light. I mean, the great thing about those strings of lights is you can get them at CVS for like $5 and they just make your apartment look so sweet. And I'm a big candle guy. The music is super important, and the drinks that you're serving. I mean, even before pre-Fresca mixed, I would have been serving Fresquillas and making them on my own. So now they made it very easy because I can just, dole out the Fresca mixed vodka spritz and tequila Paloma.
Definitely. You said music is very important. Will Lisa Barlow's Away in a Manger be playing this holiday season in your home?
Probably not, but lots of Mariah Carey.
Definitely. I saw Lisa Rinna commented on your Fresca post saying, hey, I'd like to try my friend Andy Cohen's new tequila drink, please. So will she be getting a taste test?
I have to say, and also all the housewives are weighing in. I mean, it's so funny because Tamara commented and said she saw it in the store the other day, Fresca mixed, and she immediately thought of me. That's how synonymous I am with Fresca and tequila. And then, the Paloma is obviously a famous drink south of the border. And Alexia from Miami posted and said, like, Marisol and I have got to try this immediately. So I love it. Everyone is. And then Rinna's comment just absolutely, it made me laugh. I mean, I've called her a disaster on social media, but she really aced that one.
She really did. She really did. Obviously, with the holidays right around the corner and having two small kids, it does get a bit challenging. So what's the most challenging thing right now about being a dad of two? And congratulations, they're both so adorable.
The most challenging thing is time management.
Yeah.
And just making them feel like you're there, especially as a single parent. As a single dad, I just feel extra responsibility to make them feel like, hey, I'm always around. And the truth of the matter is, with everything I have going on, you and I are talking, I'm home right now. I'm kind of in and out all day, which is great. And I'm able to tuck them in more nights than not, which is great. I mean, last night I had a live show, but it was at 10. So I was able to tuck him in. And he goes to bed at 8:30. So does she. Tucked them in. I got in his little bed with him and we looked at his lunar eclipse thing that he has and his stars, and we talked. And then I left and I threw a suit on and went and did the show. And he was none the wiser. So it's actually weirdly a really good schedule, and I'm able to do radio from home sometimes. So, but it's time management.
Definitely. Does Ben have a favorite Bravo show?
Ben, he'll come in when I'm watching Housewives. I screen cuts of the shows on my computer, and he'll come in and want to watch with me. And I'm like, this is Daddy's work. You can't watch it.
No eyes allowed.
He's seen Watch What Happens Live because he's been to the show. So he's watched, and he'll watch me and say, Dad, he'll laugh at my jokes, which I think is so sweet.
So sweet. I mean, I'm sure you get this question a lot, but do you want to have more kids in the future?
No, I do not. I'm good.
You're good. Yeah.
Let me answer that very quickly.
I'm good.
I mean, now that being said, if I fall in love tomorrow and someone wants, then we're going to have to talk.
Right. I mean, you did recently say that you were dating. You were on Raya. I mean, yes. Any promising relationships at all?
Not yet.
Yeah. Is it tough? Like you said, time management, but is it tough finding that time to date as well?
I feel, for me, whenever I find someone that I'm like, wait a minute, this is a quality person, I will make time. There's actually someone that I met recently who doesn't live here who was saying, oh, well, maybe I'll come in town, and are you busy that week? And I said, I'm busy every week, but there are 24 hours in a day. So
That is very true. Very true. Of course, I have to ask you some Housewives headlines that have been going on. Obviously, Ramona, I know you spoke about this a little bit about her decision not to be on the show. Is it hard to picture RHONY without Ramona?
Well, I mean, listen, I'm so excited about the plan for RHONY that the fact that we're getting an all new RHONY and then a cast with our old friends. Sure, of course it is. Of course it is.
Mm-hmm. Was this a mutual decision between you guys, or?
She seems like she's in a place where she's really happy with where she's at.
Good. That's good. That is good to hear. There was a big news last night with Lizzie announcing that she was leaving the RHONY show after receiving some anti-Semitic remarks. I mean, are we going to see this play out on the show? And obviously, I'm sure you're outraged that this is happening on social media.
We're not. I will say, I obviously don't condone anti-Semitism in any form. It seems ridiculous to even have to say that in this day and age, but we do, and we have to say it really loudly. And, I tweeted something about anti-Semitism a few weeks ago, and the responses that I got were enough to alarm me, I have to say.
Crazy.
So I don't think social media is helping bring people together. Let me put it that way.
Yeah, no, you would think in this day and age that we'd be way beyond that, but obviously we're not. Bethany's Housewives podcast is getting a lot of buzz, good and bad. Do you understand why some former housewives aren't too happy about this? Was she ever asked to be on Legacy?
When we announced Legacy at the beginning, I said, look, we're doing this. Listen, she's not really, I don't think, friends with any of the women anymore. I don't think they're not. The great thing that I've loved about the Legacy women is through the years is they actually do hang out. When the cameras aren't rolling, they are really in touch. They overlap in each other's lives. Bethany now lives in Connecticut, and she's just kind of living her best life in her own universe. So I'm not sure, given how she feels about the show at this point, that it even makes any sense.
Yeah. So Legacy cast is locked in then?
It's close.
We're working out some things. Speaking of cast shakeups, I spoke to you a little bit about this at BravoCon, but after I spoke to you, Kathy told me that she would only return to the show if the cast was different. How do you feel about that? And does that put you in a hard place?
No, because I feel like, it's being on the Housewives. It's something that everyone who's on the show, I want them to be excited about being on the show and have a level of, a desire to be on the show and feel great about it. And so, we've had this situation before with other housewives who've said, look, this isn't my group. I don't want to interact with X person or Y person. And so it's totally that's their decision. And, we haven't announced anything regarding Beverly Hills. And it's kind of a downtime, which is, I think, important between seasons, especially when the season is so volatile, Do you
want to see a different cast shakeup for next season?
I think tweaks are always good. Mm-hmm. But, it was a very successful season. It was.
I thoroughly enjoyed it. I spoke to Whitney Rose recently, and she said that Jen should be able to explain herself on the Salt Lake City reunion. I know that you alluded to maybe her being off the show. Can you just clear that up a little bit and where Jen Shah stands?
Well, I mean, she's being sentenced on December 15th. Mm-hmm. So if I don't know what to say to people who want her on the show. I hope that she gets no jail time whatsoever and she can come right back. I mean, I don't know what to say. Yeah. But I have a feeling that she's not going to be available to be on the show.
No, I don't think so either. It's taking a long time.
You know, that's some people on Twitter were saying, you know, we want Jen next season. And I'm like, okay, well, talk to the judge.
Yeah, seriously. I always found this interesting that you only follow Tom Sandoval and Shep Rose on Instagram. Why is that?
No, I follow also Craig. I mean, I should probably unfollow those guys because at this point, people ask me about it. I think Tom Sandoval, I started following season 1 of Vanderpump Rules because he's from St. Louis and we would post about the Cardinals and this and that. Shep, I started following season 1 because he was a deadhead. And then I don't know how Craig got in the mix, but Craig then got in the mix. And I think those are the only. Austin said to me recently, he was like, when are you going to follow me? I go, I'm not. I go, I have too many problems right now. Like,
don't need to add to that.
And it would be too much. Like if I now start unfollowing, so that's why.
I love that. Speaking of problems, we asked every housewife at BravoCon if they ever call to complain.
I loved that. I saw that. That was amazing. That was really great. And I agreed it was 80% true.
So what was the 20% that wasn't?
Some of them said, I can't remember is the honest truth. Right. I can't remember, but some of them I was like, are you fucking kidding me? That you are now saying you've never complained to me? Like, but it was 80% true, or maybe even higher percent true.
I love it. So who does call the most to complain?
Well, it depends what's going on, you know, but they don't typically call me to complain anymore. Sometimes if something happens sometimes if something is said on Watch What Happens Live, they will, you know.
I love it. I love it so much. Andy, thank you so much for taking the time. I really appreciate it. And I hope you and your family have a wonderful holiday season.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Take care. For more news, content, and exclusive interviews, make sure to hit the sub, like, and bell button down below and visit usmagazine.com.